And this is why I love roleplaying, guys.
I'll take some of my time and mend it while everyone else, I guess, getting more of a rest. And it will take me a couple of minutes to do this. Could you guys go ahead and to try to open one of these doors so we can be ready to go while I mend this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Sinclair, we all know you have the master key.
Yes, I mean,
Master key.
unless anyone else knows how to. Our new friend knows how to pick locks.
I am quite okay at that. First
Well,
ups.
Discard.
While they're opening the door while I'm doing the mending, Florence, what are you doing?
I could go and check the door, and I could attempt to open it, but if you have a master key, it is a bit weird for me to open a door that you have the key for.
no, we're just talking about kicking it in.
We use the
yes.
term key very, very loosely. Very, very loosely.
I get it. Inside language. Yes, I'm very good with inside language. Just give me a few hours and I will start getting you.
Oh yeah,
And you guys are speaking in common, I guess?
yeah.
So yeah, I'll go and try and check the door. So I moved up. Is anyone I'm like, anyone coming with me? Just as for security measures, or never split the party and all.
Seeing Sal go down the hall, Zara's just gonna stay behind with Darren, if anything, as a translator.
I have nothing to say to this woman.
Oh, I know, but maybe she wants
Until
to
she says,
say thank you.
"Look, she apologizes, I have nothing to say."
Okay, so, the Florence, if you roll a perception check there.
Yep.
I imagine you're looking at the door.
Yeah, I wanna give it a good look before I try to do anything. Yep.
Florence cleverly looks at up and down, searches around, and notices that it is indeed a door.
I'm looking back and I'm like, this must be the door that we were talking about, yes?
Yeah.
You do see that there's a thin, muddy stream that trickles through the hallway, flowing out from underneath the door.
Is it water?
Yeah, it's really muddy water.
Okay. We'll take a few steps back and watch me do the magic. And I'll start I'll pull out my tools, my thieves tools from underneath my coat and try to unlock it.
And as you, your cleverness, you go up there to put the tools up there to unlock the door and notice that there's no lock on the door. That you just push it in.
And it opens?
I don't know, are you trying to push it in?
Yeah, I'll pretend that I'm still doing it anyway, just not to be embarrassed. So I'll still pretend I'm actually working with the thieves tools, and then I'll push it in.
Well, that really was like magic. He's pretty impressive.
So you get the door open a few inches. As you do, some mud and silt and even more fluid comes quickly flowing through. about the 2 inches, and you're able to tell that it's blocked on the other side by a lot of like muddy stuff, almost like quicksand.
This is quite not what I expected. The door is open. I opened it. It was a very hard lock to pick, but I'm quite restrained in that, so no worries about that. But something is behind this door, so perhaps we should bring everyone here.
Darren,
Bring everyone here.
as you approach it, roll me a perception check. As you kind of take a peek through the 2-inch crack in the door, you're like, this is a little bit familiar. I remember being on the other side of this door and us trying to shovel all this silt out so we could open the door.
Sinclair, you
Yeah.
remember that door that we couldn't open with all the mud?
Ah, with the shoveling.
Yeah,
And the scooping.
yeah. Guess what?
This is the door.
Yeah, maybe you want to help me with this one. Maybe we could open it from this way easy.
You're the boss, old man.
Not that old.
I was. Man, I'm just saying you're older than me. All right, let's go.
I'm barely 120. What are you talking about? I'm very young.
As you guys all get up there to try to push on the door, it's almost like trying to push a wall of water out of the way. It's not going to budge. The way to get it open was from the other side. Well, let's see. Since Florence hasn't had the opportunity, Florence, roll a investigation check.
All the things a rogue should be good at, I'm not. Investigation check, let's see.
Come on, natural 20.
What did... I lost my... Okay, never mind.
So Florence gets up there and he kind of does some investigative deduction and figures, you know, when we push the door open, a lot of water seemed to rush the mud through. Maybe to pour water on the other side while blocking off the mud from refilling it. It would probably empty out the other side of the mud.
Well, potentially, doing this from this side may be a little, how would you call it? Futile. Maybe we could just go on the other side and, you know, fill it up with water?
Oh, I mean,
If we were on the other side, you wouldn't have to worry
you
about
wouldn't have to worry about the door.
So the way that you came, the door to the water, I guess we could either go that way or we could double back the way we came, but we were pretty deep into the, and there's one slug in particular that, not sure if we want to see again.
Well, yes, I can definitely take you from the way I came, but there will be a lot of carrying involved, and I don't know, but I don't really look like someone who can carry a lot, so I will just take the back seat and, you know, cheer for you, right?
That or we could put our whatever needs to be carried, we can put on the other side of this door, go around, open this door, and take it out.
That can work too, yes, indeed.
Alright, who wants to leave stuff here, or who wants to just go? Take it with us now.
Hey, thanks for the
I'll
call,
carry
man.
something.
Appreciate it.
Sinclair, you can. I know you and pretty strong. If you'll carry a couple things too, I think it will be good.
Absolutely.
Hey, Chalet.
Alright.
Cool name.
I can carry some too.
Sullivan, you remember the way back pretty well? You've been keeping track.
Well, yes, but why do we want to go back?
Well, he says he knows the way out, so figure we could get out of here finally.
And thanks,
Thanks
for hosting. Appreciate it, man.
Take you my way, so
Awesome.
if someone was to remember the way back here, it would be excellent, because as you can see, I'm getting quite easily lost.
That's fair enough.
I mean, I know how we got here, if that helps.
We're probably better off clearing the side entrance. You know, the one that was behind this statue thing, or so we'll need some help.
Well, how do you say the pitter patter? Let's get at her. Alright, so I guess we'll go the way that that Florence came, which was through the water, right?
Yeah, it was the the eastern door, through the water, the deep into the pulled up water there.
Okay, I'll swim over to the door. Over here by the doors. Can we stand here, or is it in the water?
You can swim there. It's 20 feet deep, so you probably can't stand there.
Okay, well, I was more of ease of opening the door. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, you can easily push that door open. Well, it's in 20 foot of water, so it's not going to be real quick, but it's not locked or latched or anything like that, really.
Okay, yeah, I'll open the door. Alright, Florence, any traps or anything you came across when you came this way the first time?
Not that I remember of. It was quite an easy way until I got kissed by this lady.
Like half of this, it's kind of L-shaped. You notice that turns off to the north as it goes towards the end. It's flooded, so it's like got the same amount of water as the room you're in. So there's no real resistance in opening the door. The water's particularly cold here, and it's deep, of course. But you do notice as you go easterly, away from where you're standing, that it gets shallower and shallower.
Okay. Alright, well, let us go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and be like, actually, give me 1 minute, and I'm gonna, trying to decide how many what spells I don't want to use. I'm gonna cast absolutely nothing. Never mind.
Say it again.
Actually, no. You know, I'm gonna do cure wounds on myself at 2nd level.
Okay.
And boys, that's it.
Do you wish for me to give you guidance, or do you want me to lead the way?
Guidance would a little bit of guidance would welcome that, yes.
Okay, perfect. Let us move. Straight up we go.
Florence, real quick.
As Florence gets ahead, he actually gets kind of out of the water. You pass the area to your right, where you came through the wall as you went up the stairs, Florence. It's completely caved in and pretty much impassable at this point. But that is the way you came through.
Well, that is the beautiful way I came in through. I told you I sort of collapsed it, and yes, it looks very collapsed, more than I thought it would be.
Well, it seems that seems it's going to be a bit rougher getting up here. Well, you see some stairs. It looks like they're going up in front of us around the corner here. At least it's not going down. Do you all want to go this way, or
Yes.
should we double
Up,
back?
up is good, yes.
Yeah, let's go.
For
Alright.
once, let's get out of this water.
So, Sullivan, I have a question for you
Yes, there.
before we continue. Are you pretty quick on your feet?
Not much on feet, but on my wit, yes. But I'm not really fast.
Okay. What about Florence? You seem pretty quick. You are quick on your feet, yeah?
Well,
Very fast.
I'm pretty good at it, yes.
Well, for both of you, I found these gloves. Gloves of missile snaring. I figured it could be either one of you, who's quick, or whoever would benefit. I think one of you would probably be the best for this. Basically, it'll allow you to maybe even catch an arrow if you're quick enough. Sullivan, I thought of you because I know that your armor looks like you bought it at a clothing shop, and Florence, I figured you'd be fast enough to actually be able to catch and stop it. So, between the two of you, please take these gloves. You'll need some time before you can actually get full use out of it, but
Just give it to Florence, really. I'm not
Okay,
exactly
alright.
planning on catching arrows.
okay.
Well,
alright.
Okay, yes.
Maybe you'll save someone's life. Maybe you'll save your own. You never know.
Perhaps. I owe you all a big favor, so I shall try to return it.
Well, helping everyone get out of here and get me out of these dark and dank cave-like areas will be help enough for me. You will need to take some time, maybe an hour or so, to be able to use their full potential. But at least you have them for now.
Yes, I'm not sure we have it now. It feels like my lungs are rotting from inside while I'm doing this, but yes, let's keep moving.
Alright, then let's go. And then okay, yeah, we'll go to this. There's a door up ahead, everyone. Go to the door. Now, this time I want to check the door for any kind of traps before I open this one.
All right, roll investigation.
Since he hasn't been this way yet. If you could give me the guidance you were referring to earlier, that'd be appreciated.
Well, it was guidance of where I came from, not necessarily real guidance. But let me try. I will try to just, as he's looking, I will just try to put his hand on the correct places where the traps would be.
This whole time, Zara's just looking over at him to see if he's actually trying to cast a magic spell or if he's just talking bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen this door before.
So,
Just saying.
Darren, you are a very clever dwarf and everything. Your investigation skills are a little lacking. But cleverly look over the door and you don't discover any traps. Nothing that you see looks like it would be out of place.
It seems fine to me, but I don't know traps and all that very well. Florence, you said you're pretty quick. Are you also good at finding stuff that could be booby-trapped of some sort? You good at that?
Booby traps, yes. Sometimes it is my specialty, others not really. I'm very good with very specific booby traps. But let us try. And I'll just touch around as well, trying to do something.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the finding the way around these traps. It seems the way I find them is usually when they.
That is the best way.
And
Then you're
you,
certain.
in that case, you should be in the front more often. Sinclair. That's how you feel.
Who, me?
Torrance, you can roll an investigation.
Sinclair.
Normally it's just whoever roll it. If somebody else is proficient in it, they could offer you. I'll let him because it's. Let him go ahead. Roll an investigation.
Is that me or someone else? Because I was about to say, as they were having that chat, I'd be like, "Oh, please, I'm sure you're better with booby traps, so please come over." Is it Sinclair that is the one who?
I mean, I'm not good at disarming them. Just saying.
Feel free, yes.
Someone's going to come up and investigate.
So go ahead and roll it. And,
I don't see shit.
much like Darren, you don't detect any traps.
Yeah, see, it's probably pretty good then, and I'll open the door.
I walk back.
The doors open up.
Hello.
Seems to. We might want to be careful. It seems there could be some collapse or something up ahead, based on the rubble in this corridor here.
So inside this hall, it appears to be like a great hall. It's 20 feet wide, and you notice piles of rubble, debris scattered along its length. The walls are covered with frescoes. South wall, which would be to your right there, displays scenes of battle between natives and invaders. The north wall depicts people questing for a new land. Their experiences during the journey includes crossing treacherous mountains, sailing over storm-tossed seas, receiving the guidance of the gods in their battles to keep their homeland free from invasions. In the center of the wall, is a painting of a pyramid and a temple atop it, and the sun shining over the land.
These are very pretty for the place that we are in. These are quite intricate. Don't you agree?
Sinclair, are you coming?
Yes. Give me just 1 second.
Sinclair's a bit slow sometimes. All right, let's just be careful. Let's keep mindful of what we've already come across and what we were lucky to find. So as we move along, I guess I'll keep searching. I'll search for traps, being in this change of scenery and the fact that no one's been in here. Is it going to be? You said before every 4. DM, is that going to be basically that this is 4 wide? Would it be best for us to do a person take each side of it to do 4, or do you think?
No,
How would you want to
4 all around. You don't need to do wide and width separately.
Okay, 10-4. All right, I'll start doing my checks.
Okay.
If you would like, go ahead.
Are you
I was just
you're doing investigation, or you're looking for secrets? Are you looking for traps, or are you looking for?
I'm looking for traps.
Okay.
Pressure plates on the floor, tripwire, stuff like that.
Same.
Well,
I was just gonna look for anything
one
outdoors
person would
there.
do it. Somebody else could offer them guidance, or basically assist them to give them an advantage.
I'll assist.
I'm pretty perceptive, if you will.
You don't
So I'm-
you don't
I'm-
notice anything in your immediate area there.
So, Florence, was this not the path he took?
It's
Question.
it's not. The path he took was when you were in that water-filled hallway, just through the doors there. When the hallway turned to the north, the collapse was to the south, but it's totally filled.
Yeah, I was asking him.
Yep. That's basically I'm trying to explain. Well, you see, it was this part that I pretty much destroyed by collapsing, and we can't really go through. I thought some of you may have been strong enough, but clearly not really. We just keep going on. What is the worst that can happen, right?
Walking and talking. She's like, what led you to come down to the place like this? This seems like the last resort.
I I may not look like it, but I am a treasure hunter. I do like antiques and relics. My family likes antiques and relics. I hate my family. That is the only common ground we have, antiques and relics. And I did hire a crew to come here, and unfortunately the crew is probably by now eaten by fake vampires, and now I'm stuck here with all of you.
So wait, you're purposefully gone here? You know what this place is?
Oh, well, I heard of it. I heard of great treasure, but I found only very highly, well, very harmful kiss by the lady. How did you all end up here?
Well, I don't really remember how I got here, just bits and pieces from before. Long before I was here.
So, does this place rob you of your memories? I'm looking at both, like, Sullivan and Zarish.
I'm pretty sure it was a hit to the head.
No, you're only on another region. A long and, well, apparently a very dangerous journey. He kind of like doesn't really. She kind of drifts off at the last part.
Hey, everyone, there is a opening up ahead. Looks like you do.
Now the mural and stuff was in this area, general area on the northern wall, but this is down to the arch that we're speaking about.
A mirror?
Mural.
Mural, yeah.
Like, is the mural carved in stone or anything? Oh, no.
More like painted onto the stone.
Okay.
Can I investigate it?
The north wall depicts people questing for land and things like that. I'll describe it to you again. The north wall depicts people questing for new land. Their experiences during the journey include crossing treacherous mountains, sailing over storm-tossed seas, and receiving the guidance of the gods in their battles to keep their homeland free from invasions. In the center of the wall is a painting of a pyramid and a temple atop it, and the sun shining over the land. And then there's bronze, well, the bronze doors, I guess, are what you came through. Down the hallway to the west is an archway, which is right in front of Sinclair there, carved in the form of a spinning serpent. Beyond it, the corridor continues into the shadow.
So it's a long stretch that shows throughout this hallway, or is it like repeated as it goes down?
No, it stretches. It's mostly in the middle, as far as you're talking about the mural with the pyramid and whatever. It's mostly in the middle. The archway is down here on the end.
Okay.
while we are walking, I would probably turn to Zaris and be like, so, all of you have a very bad memory of how you ended up here? More or less?
Not really. I mean, I don't know how we got to here in this predicament, but
So, Darren and Sullivan roll a perception check.
we're in the search to find answers, 6, for our friend here. And she's kind of looking towards Darren.
Bit by bad dog, it is not good. I have like some type of rabies. Just cursed rabies.
This wall is painted to appear like it goes extends onward, and both Sullivan and Darren walk into the wall, looking like it goes on, although you bump into the wall there.
The wall seems to suddenly stop here. This way does not seem to go anywhere else.
But that can't be right.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just reporting it how I see it.
Can I investigate this little nook to see if there's anything of interest?
Sure. Sullivan, you look like you feel like there's the flooring here is a little ajar, a little not completely level.
Where exactly? On this nook?
Yeah, right beside you, 5 foot to the south of what you're getting. Yep.
There's some uneven flooring around here. Could be a trap.
Well, in my experience, uneven flooring is usually a trap indeed. How about we try to throw something heavy at it and see how it unfolds?
Well, we have quite a few stones around.
What if possibly maybe you could disarm this trap? You think that's what it is?
Attempt to, if I can find the mechanism. Can I approach and see like if there is something, you know, that under the floor that gives away or anything around it in terms of a mechanism, perhaps of a trap?
Or you got thieves tools, right?
Yeah.
So roll a thieves tool. Okay. So you jam a dagger in there and pry off a pressure plate here. And as you're doing so, you notice that there's one here as well.
Okay, one is down, but there is another one. So, give me an extra minute or two. I'll do the same.
Okay. You get that one. You pry that one off. Takes you about 10 minutes to do it, but you've done both of them.
1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, it's all the same. Do not worry, everything is perfect now. You can jump on them and nothing will ever happen, but don't try it.
It seems to me that why would someone trap something that seems like a dead end, yes? Perhaps there's a passageway or some type of door. We've seen doors, we found passageways behind statues and whatnot. Maybe we all can look.
Secret doors.
I was just gonna say, because Zerish didn't really see it, she's just still trying to figure out if he's using magic or pick lock. So this whole scenario has been blank slate to her.
Magic? What are you talking about?
Can I look at this wall and see if there's anything hidden?
And which wall?
Right
Sure.
to the side of me.
Roll perception. You feel around the wall and inspect this where it's connected to the ceiling, the floor, things around it, and you don't notice any kind of hidden area there.
Well, there's nothing here, which is kind of odd. I mean, why would they put flash pressure plates here if there's nothing?
That is a very good question I have no answer to.
I honestly hope we didn't just broke whatever it was that was supposed to get us out of here.
Well, I can take them off, it's just, you know, I can take off my daggers from underneath and maybe try and fix them.
Or we really maybe should just throw something there?
Did we check the other side of the wall?
Perhaps I'm gonna check. Let me check this corner over here and see if I can find a door on this side.
All right, Darren.
I will assist.
Hold up. Let him move. Darren, when you step right there,
Click.
you hear a click, and
What?
bars drop down. Let me draw this for you.
Alright, cool.
Well, we did not predict this.
Dwarven grace at its finest.
Hey man, look. Lawrence said he was the one checking on it, just that side. So, all right. So just all that happens is that wouldn't that iron bars fall down?
No, we are all inside. It's okay, do not worry, I can fix that really quickly. Just step off the bar.
That hell?
Then it explodes.
Like iron bars or something?
Yep.
Darren, just, you know, come to me, let's see what happens if you step off.
He would, but people are in the way.
It's okay, and I'll try to let him like squeeze. I'll be like,
There you go. So I'll step off the breastplate and scoot past both of these guys. Smell the distinct smell of a salty brine like the ocean. I'll walk by.
nothing happens as he gets off.
But he's trying to pry the pressure plate off. It doesn't release the bars.
Okay.
No.
Looking up at the bars and how high they go, and then looking over at Sinclair. Like, do you think we could just pick it up?
I might be able to follow the strong people and lift with their legs.
Hey, you got to do more than just lift with legs.
Looking around to see if there's any boulder or something or rock that's nearby that can probably support this.
We cast guidance on myself, Sinclair, Zerish, and whoever else is gonna help pick the bar up. Lars. Maybe Lars could help with this.
Guidance on multiple people. I don't think you.
I know one. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. No, I'm wrong. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna try to reach the bars and get it. I'm gonna cast guidance on Claire. I was thinking of Bless. We got Bless confused.
Okay, so whoever is trying
Yeah.
to lift the bars, roll me a
Well,
strength.
I'm
check.
gonna attempt to help him, but I'm also gonna give him guidance. I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
so whoever's trying to do it, roll a strength check.
Okay.
I was on the other side. Does that mean I roll with them, or
Did that roll right? Ooh. Guess it did roll right, but
You all are doing it together
yeah.
Yeah.
with all three of your combined strength. You're able to pull the bars up. They're not latching into anything, but you could probably get underneath the bars and back out.
they heavy?
Can I-
Like heavy?
Yeah, there's a lot of iron because of the ceilings. See.
As I do that, can I like take stick something right under where he stepped to see like if the mechanism stops?
Yeah, you could jam a dagger or something like that in there to keep
Yeah,
to keep the pressure plate from working.
Did I leave the rest of my daggers on the? Because I had two. That's why I'm asking. So there were two pressure plates. Did I destroy the pressure plates or did I leave my daggers in them? In the previous two.
One of them you lifted the plate out. The other one you got your dagger jammed in there.
Okay, so I'll put my second dagger and I'll be like, you were a beauty for a while you lasted. I promise no other dagger will get even close to how much you've served me. And I'll jam it like right under just to see if this stops. If the bars will stay high.
You don't notice that they. You didn't hear a click or anything as you lifted them up.
You don't hear a click. You said.
Yeah, but you guys could get under the bars and get to the other side if you like.
Okay. Yeah.
Since it doesn't work, I'll just pull it back and I'll be like, well, it seems like our fate is to be together.
Are you coming through too?
I'm going to assume that you all went through and then you released the bars, the weight of them, wham, back down on the floor.
Well, now we know what was the problem. Clearly, this was meant to be a trap for us to die in.
More than likely.
The problem is there are no other doors for us to open.
So we have to go back, don't we?
And dig out.
I want to investigate this arc with the overlapping snakes or whatever.
That one is down here on this wall.
Okay.
The one with twisting snakes is down there on the southern wall.
Oh,
Or on the western wall, my bad.
Yeah.
There's an archway carved in the form of twisting serpents. Beyond it, the corridor continues onto the shadow. So this archway looks like twisting serpents go over this archway. And the painting makes it look like this wall continues on, although it doesn't. The north wall is the one with the picture of people questing for a new land, experiences during the journey.
well, nobody would have done this hole if it didn't have an exit. It There's got to be something more to it.
I agree with these. Seems like there's got to be something else that. I mean, why would you put a trap somewhere without, something you're trying to guard and protect?
Perhaps we should take time to do a detect magic and see what this is all about.
DM, how much time has passed since we got the loot from the mermaid?
I would say maybe a half hour. Well, you guys did 2 spells of you did identify, I think it was.
Yeah, we did them at the same time.
Which took like 10 minutes at least, right there. I thought one of them took 20 minutes because.
No, we split the items. We only did it was 2 items that the detect magic saw. So then I did one and Salvager said.
And then you mended the poor little female.
And then I mended. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, I can take. Give me 10 minutes. I'll do another. Check on it. So then I'll take 10 minutes and then I'll ritually cast detect magic. Yeah.
I'll ritually cast comprehend languages, just in case.
Okay.
During those 10 minutes, I'm gonna start walking back up the hall and just looking over the.
Oh no, I'm sorry, DM. I do not have detect magic. That was the Vash that had it. So never mind. I do not take the 10 minutes. I don't have detect magic. My bad.
You dirty liar.
Yeah, well, I forgot about using Vash's.
You're great, big phony.
Yeah,
Well,
that's my fault.
I
But
detect
we
magic
check
then.
with you first.
It all would have came out the same anyway. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
I still retain to what I was doing. During those 10 minutes, Zara should slowly start making her way back up the hallway, just overlooking the paintings. See if there's anything of interest on the paintings or the murals.
They're in this general area. The
I'll just follow
the
in
center
case.
being about here. You can roll here. Roll a perception check. I'll describe it again. The North Wall depicts people questing for a new land, their experiences during the journey, and they include crossing treacherous mountains, sailing over storm-tossed seas, receiving the guidance of the gods, which is in their battles to keep their homeland free from invasions. And in the center of the wall is a painting of a pyramid with a temple atop it, and the sun shining over the land. You're looking around the wall, trying to see anything out of place or strange to your eyes, your keen eyes, and don't really notice anything.
Does it depict a specific god, or does it just depict divine intervention?
You could guess that maybe it's the same god that these creatures, the sharpened teeth fellows, are worshipping. But it may or may not be. You could roll a perception check, or we'll say roll a history check. Trying to connect the dots there.
Some interesting artwork. It's a shame it's buried underneath here.
Yes, it is quite magnificent in its own ways.
It looks like it probably does have a connection to that, although paintings may be a little bit different, as in maybe the temple was even originally built for something else or for some worship some other god, but at some point it's taken over by these worshippers of these, basically the vampire god.
Well, Zaris, is it not?
Yes?
Well, this place looks like perhaps if it has any connection to those fake vampires at least, worshippers, potentially sacrifice, maybe some blood could help.
You want us to bleed on the mural, or?
I'm very confused. I'm not sure if there is somewhere to bleed or not. It is a very interesting thing, but you know, the other thing is that this place is very dark. Perhaps, you know, this sun that is depicted here, if we manage to take this darkness out, it would help, but I do not have such abilities.
Perhaps we could do this. Not, I relish the doing this personally, but we'll do what we can.
And we'll excuse this for being reckless, but, and as I say but, I'll use thaumaturgy to boom up my voice 3 times and try to scream around to see if there is any echo in a weird place maybe. I'd be like, hello! With thaumaturgy though.
From down here, you're not really noticing any strange echoes or anything.
Not to be rude, but I'm kind of trying to concentrate here.
I'm very sorry. Please continue, please.
Hey, Florence, why do you yell like that?
I thought maybe if there are any hidden places we would hear the weird echoes, you know, going towards more than one place, you know? Sound and everything.
I'll check this mural up here, let's see the same thing, and I want to go to this mural. And I'll do the same thing he did, I'll just kind of like yell and try to listen for your echoes or anything like that.
The darkness is taking over. We're fucking yelling at murals now.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check there.
Roll a ridiculous check. There you go.
As you're screaming so loud that the blood is almost depleted from your eyeballs, as your vision comes back in, you notice that maybe a portion of the artwork that depicts the sun on the pyramid, or coming over the pyramid, looks to be maybe separate from the rest of the pyramid in the mural.
I'll reach out and touch it.
Okay, you touch it.
Yeah, I'll touch it.
What are you going with this, Darren?
It seems to be a solid object that you can touch, and it has tactile feeling.
Am I done with casting?
I would say sure.
I'll walk over to them to see what's the commotion's about.
You know, the last time you touched the wall, it ended up burning your hand.
Just an idea. And I'll press the torch into the symbol of the sun.
Lawrence, are you still down there by the bars? Okay.
No. I'm
As
just
you
being
push,
stupid.
as you push the end of the torch into the symbol, you notice that you push it in, and it releases this doorway.
Well, that went far better than I
There we
thought.
go.
Be honest with me. Did you know that was there the whole time? Or do you?
It
Were
was
you
just a
just
wild,
messing with us?
it was just a wild idea. I didn't even think it would work.
I will be honest with you, I knew this was there all the time and I just was testing you to see if you are qualified to be part of my crew.
Wait, forgive me if I'm wrong, but isn't you the one that has to prove yourself to us? I'm not sure how that goes exactly.
Yes, it goes both ways.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. Yeah.
It's part of his magic. I mean, he already explained it.
Speaking in Elvish, talking over the south, like, you know, if that was a trick or something, it was pretty funny. But maybe lead with that a little bit.
I will do just that, and I will say that. I will say it in Infernal, just because we're both tieflings.
Right.
I'm gonna try to. Well, no, Dare's not gonna know anything about that. All right, so we'll let us go and see what we can see.
All right, then let's take the lead.
So Darren, as you and Zara step through there, you notice that the back side of this wall that's been moved there has a bas relief sculpture of a warrior armed with a spear and a shield. The shield was resting on the floor, and it resembles a sundial, complete with a marker standing out from the wall. And etched on the shield surface are runes in a very familiar language. You guys have kind of gotten accustomed to seeing some of the similar runes from before.
Omuan.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you make of this?
There is some. Does anyone speak Omuan here? Florence, do you know this language here?
I have heard of it, but that is as far as I have went about it. We probably had a translator in the crew, but probably now he's food to vampires.
Now you guys, when you came here, you kind of came over an 8-foot wall. You're able to jump up and heave yourself up there.
Oh.
Because the floor up here is 8 feet higher than the floor down here. But I'll say, roll a, I'll give Zarish and Sinclair and Darren roll a perception check. Because you guys have gotten a little familiar with this language, maybe you could make out what these runes said. They're not too complicated.
Alright, you said roll perception check?
Yeah. So, kind of at the same time, Sinclair and Darren are able to make out that it says just 2 words. It says,
I know there where the larva is, there's a bunch in there, but it's fucking dangerous stuff. Oh, sorry.
they say, turn back. But obviously they're coming from, if you were approaching from the north side.
Is everything okay up there?
It seems to be some type. Sorry. I'm not sure. We should definitely be more careful from here on.
Why? What did you mean?
Well, there's a false traps down at the end of the tunnel. There is a hidden wall. Could be pretty dangerous from here on out.
I guess Lars is going to climb up here with you guys.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park either. Up to here.
So this corridor that you guys are in is has a very high ceiling. It's decorated with sculptures mounted on the walls, as you can kind of see one body right there. Two corridors branch off from the main hall. An arrow one to the east, one to the west. The statuary that adorns the walls consists of 4 sculpted heads of animals. Each one is 6 feet above the floor and 2 to 3 feet in diameter. Told you, I'm just learning English here. Opposite the passage that leads east, the stylized head of a coyote, and across from the hallway going west is a grinning bear. And the one that you just came through with had a grinning the head of a bison.
I imagine the one next to me.
Yep. Let's see. Near the south end, there's a head of a bison. So yeah, it's the one right near you.
And as far as the hallway goes, does it look untouched, like just over time damage, or?
Yeah, it looks. Well, it's relatively been undisturbed. You can tell by the dust all over the floor and all that kind of thing. It's not really heavily traveled.
Yeah, are they're not the heads, are they made out of stone, or does it seem like some type of material?
No, just regular stone, kind of the same stone that this whole structure is made from.
Okay, so with like my stone cutting, I wouldn't get anything, learn anything extra outside of that. It's the same age as the rest of this place.
Correct.
It's definitely a change of pace. I mean, coming from mud, water, and gravel.
I've heard of people of wealth that seem to like to put animals that they've killed on the walls, not so much of ones made out of stone. It seems that these are just as old here as if they were built with it, maybe?
Maybe, but definitely something to look at. I'm trying not to look hard to see if there's like any gems like from the previous statue that was knocked over.
With the eyes or whatever.
Sounds like old money.
You guys
what
get
do
the
you-
handout.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
what is in the mouth down there at the end? It looks like from the handout there's something in the eagle's mouth, hawk's mouth.
Oh, you're talking about his teeth?
Yeah, it's like the beak's open and it looks like is that teeth. Okay, couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, there's a little image, a little carving of a little miniature you that's in his mouth. It's missing its head though.
Oh, maybe we don't go in.
As they are sort of looking around, can I use a sleight of hand check to cast thaumaturgy and change the color of our fires into purple?
So roll a perception check there, Darren.
Alright. problem. Give me the best roll out of anyone's ever made in this whole game.
So, well, as you're looking at it from a ways off, you notice that it does have something shiny inside its mouth. Not quite his teeth in particular, but as you kind of are looking closer at it, because the teeth look a little odd or whatever, you notice that there's something shiny in there.
Okay.
This looks like some kind of a puzzle.
There seems to be a.
That's the one right here.
Okay, alright. There seems to be something in the mouth of this eagle. We'll try to get closer.
Does it look dangerous?
You see the beak on this thing? Of course it's dangerous.
I mean the thing, not the. It's a statue.
I'm not sure. I have to get closer to look at it. And I want to move right in front of it right here. And can I check it for anything dangerous?
This place looks like a maze.
As you take a closer look at it, it looks like it's a bracelet inside the mouth. You can roll a investigation check there.
It seems to be some type of bracelet you melt here. Rolling high today, guys. Rolling high.
But I mean, it looks like a bracelet that's just laying in the mouth. It does have these
Looks like a bracelet.
nice shiny bracelet.
For me to see if it's to know exactly what it is, I'd have to touch it. Perhaps someone could do the. Someone knows detect magic. They could see if it's anything special about it.
I have detect magic on right now.
Okay.
Do I see anything unusual?
How long does your detect magic last, sir?
1 hour, I suppose.
Okay. So it's about ready to go out, but you still got it active. But you do detect magic on the bracelet.
This place is like a maze. This place in particular.
So, what's the verdict about the bracelet? Do you see anything special about it?
Well, it's definitely magical, but I wouldn't use my hands to get it out. I do have this mage hand trick. I can try it.
Oh,
Mage
could have
hand?
used that a while ago.
Did you cut the hand of a mage off?
It's not quite as gruesome.
Game?
So, do I try it or do we wait?
Give it a try. Let's see if we can solve this mystery about what this is.
If anything, I'm curious how this magic trick works.
Okay, then.
You can
I'll
save your
suggest you step away from it just in case.
I would pay extreme attention to the rest of those heads. I have a feeling that maybe they do something once one is activated, maybe?
Oh, I did say I was looking at the statues, seeing if they had gems in it, like the other statue that fell over.
So I got Zerish examining. I'm assuming this statue by Lars.
It was at the eagle, but I can do that one.
Well, the eagle's the one Darren's standing in front of. That was he's investigated.
Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to see if there was any gems in the eyes, like.
Oh, to see if there's
The
any
previous
gems
one.
in it. No, it's a carved statue, painted nicely. It'll look like an eagle.
With a bracelet in the mouth.
Let's just
No
take
holes? Or anything?
Not from what I see. We had this one statue, it had gems in it. and
In the sword. Bizarrely.
I mean, we can mess with the bracelet, but we also have this little hallway down here and a little bit down here.
What's over here? What are these?
I don't think anything's good come of us opening or touching things.
Well, it opened this door, right?
Found
That's-
us this
That's
bracelet.
true. There was Florence. There was this one hallway. It had a lot of slime or something, and it ended up burning people when they touched it. So that's why. I mean, I'm not saying no. It's just it's a little risky.
I can attest that the slime does not very much.
I look down here and what do I see?
Along both sides of the corridor, deep in shadows, human figures appear to be floating above the floor.
Well, that doesn't seem good.
You can go up there and investigate if you like.
I'll investigate the closest one without touching it.
Floating?
No. So, you're... Who is going to go investigate that? Is that what you're going to do?
I'm going to investigate these closest ones, just visually.
As you approach, you see the figures seemingly suspended in the air are actually withered corpses standing upright on a ledge 2 feet above the floor.
Yeah, that doesn't look safe. Perhaps we should see what the other paths offer.
For the record, I don't see any types of traps, but this mount here, it's probably just sitting there. Someone wants to take it. But you know how good I am at doing,
It's just sitting there if somebody wants to take it as he goes and ducks around the corner.
I have no need of this.
I keep my eyes to the ground to see if there's
As I said, it does detect his magic, though.
Yeah, it's got yes. Someone said I had something to go good with it.
I mean, in all fairness, Cyrus doesn't know it's magical. Just knows that it's probably bad juju.
No, I mean, he said magic comes from it. So there is like detect magic coming from that.
Let's just see what there is in those hallways, and then we might mess with things. I don't really want to do that right now.
That is very wise, and perhaps we find something, I don't know. I could always just shoot this bracelet out of its place if we find somewhere to hide. Maybe these things come back alive, who knows?
That's what the mage hand is for.
Indeed.
Yeah, see if you can mage hand circle up the mouth.
You want to do it right now, without looking around first?
Missed opportunities and whatnot.
Okay, who's for the bracelet?
Well, I am with you.
I'll stay back here. I'll tell you, anything that happens, I'll try to stop it. How about that? I'm just not very quick, so yeah, it's not. I don't have my land legs very well, so you're going to try to do it. It would be better if someone else tried to snatch it out from me.
Okay, then I go here and I drop my torch right beside it.
I hold it up like his kid, like while he's checking out the underside of a car. Don't worry, Dad. I got you.
Can I take my torch and toss it down this hallway as far as I can, and then light another one?
Make sure you guys are subtracting these torches as you're using them, but sure.
I am.
Which hallway are you talking about? Can you ping it again? I'm assuming maybe you mean this one here.
I got a straight score of 16, so however far that gets me a torch.
Now let's back up a bit, and I walk back.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
You made him do math for that.
Well, you get the bonus, unfortunately. Because I forgot to take the light off because this place is very bad for light.
Darren, Florence, do you really want to stand this close to it?
No, I do not actually. I was planning to check here just in case something comes.
I was going to help out if something attacked.
There's also the hallway down here.
I can hide over here. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's good enough. I'll cast Mage Hand and attempt to snatch this bracelet out.
And what's the range on that?
60 feet.
And you're over here, right?
Yes.
As your mage hand goes up there and
30 feet. I might not be in range.
yeah, you would need to be here.
Using the creepy hand.
Oh, but I can control it and move another 30 feet each time.
Gotta love it.
All right, well,
So I can-
we'll assume you did that. As you reach in with the mage hand and grab the bracelet with it, the jaws of this eagle head snap shut on the mage hand.
Well, what was that sound? Were you alright?
Well, I'm alright, but that's not gonna help us.
Yeah, well, at least you didn't lose any fingers.
What's exactly? Oh, but that's different.
What's that?
Seeing the falcon's head snap.
Hey, indeed. If you would like, I could take a 10-minute break and try to figure out what this is, this item that he was protecting.
When it snaps shut, you hear like a creaking of almost like metal against metal.
Is it jaws resetting or?
Well, it's like the metal grinding against metal. That when something grinds against metal and it shuts.
Okay, gotcha.
No other movement around us? Any sounds?
No.
Well, we could head down to where Zarish threw that torch and try to see what's down that way next.
I pick my torch up from here.
And I'll start heading down the hallway.
There he was, just walking down the hallway.
Probably missed out on the very important object, I feel like.
Hey, it happens. Get your torch there, Zarish.
Yeah, I'll go and kind of prestidigitation the torch I have out so I can just have it on my side. And I'll just pick that one up.
See what's down here.
So
Like a weird.
at the end of the corridor is a small alcove holding a 3-foot tall stone pedestal in which rests a small silver coffer. 15 feet in front of the alcove is a small step up in the stone floor. Inside the alcove, the floor is elevated an additional 2 feet.
So do we want to go west or do we want to go south?
Well, I can see, it seems like this tunnel right here ends right down the ways. We want to finish this out, or we could go and continue. I'm be willing to check out the rest of this if someone wants to stay with, and then I'll be in the rear for you guys on that tunnel. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Maybe by the time Laura sketches up, we'll be ready to continue on down to the east.
I'm going to punish Darren by giving him control of Lars, the NPC. Damn it.
We're gonna have all the conversations. Nobody's gonna be able to say anything. Is this like stairs right here, Liam? Like the way that the floor is kind of set up?
I believe that there's a single step up in the floor, and then it's another step up here, and yeah, like goes up.
Okay, so it's going up.
Yep.
Okay, alright. It seems to be really big stairs here. Okay, that's interesting.
It's like 2 feet up when you step up.
Definitely. Alright. Okay. Well, what am I seeing with this?
At what exactly are you looking at?
Whatever this square thing is right here.
Okay. At the end of the corridor is a small alcove holding a 3-foot tall stone pedestal on which rests a small silver coffer. 2 feet in front of the alcove, there's a single small step up in the stone floor. Inside the alcove, the floor is elevated an additional 2 feet. So you got the small step up here that's got the coffer on it, and then you got the 2-foot step here, and the 2-foot step where we've gone up already.
Okay, got that. It seems to be a type of a coffer up here. I guess I'll go check it out. Does anybody want to help maybe look for things that I'm not good at seeing?
Well, yes, that sounds like a very good trap. Let me give this a check. Do they, like those steps, do they have any space between them, as if maybe something comes up, or up from down, or down from up, whatever?
I can look for it. Not very good at looking for very particular things, more at general types of I'm trying not to say the word perception. General things that require general world view. But I can give it a try, and then I'm gonna look for. I guess what he was mentioning, DM, about the blade or trap coming up from the stairs, maybe, or coming down from the ceiling.
I'll
Anything
try
that
to
can
help
trigger
him.
the trap.
So what are you trying to do?
Looking for traps.
And I'm trying to help him if I can give him advantage or something because I brought it up anyway. So
From my perspective, is it like where they're at is a step up, and then where that thing is another step up, or is it going back down?
Yeah, it's like a 2-foot step here. There's a 2-foot step here, and then there's a 1-foot step here, and then this is where the coffer is right here.
Yeah, I guess it's just from me looking at it the wrong way or something. It looked like you went up, and then this platform before the pedestal goes down. That's what it looked like to me.
Oh yeah, no, I see with the shadows. Yeah, no, it goes up and up. From what DM said earlier.
So you can roll an investigation check for you looking for traps.
That's important. I'm not very good at the investigation stuff.
Can I look into this little room with coffin to look for traps as well?
Well, if somebody's investigating traps, generally you want to use your person that's the best at doing it and proficient with it.
Yeah.
To do it, and if you're proficient with it as well, you can offer him assistance to give him advantage on his roll.
Lawrence, I think you might be the best one to be up looking for the traps. I can give you guidance. A little bit more different than the one that you provided earlier, but maybe it'd be best if you look to the trap yourself. I'd be very appreciative.
I know I look like the person that looks that finds the traps, but believe me, I'm not very good. Think of me as an entrepreneur. I have the ideas, but other people do them for me.
Okay, let me check then.
Yeah,
So
enough.
Darren, when you look for traps around,
That was right here.
anything that might be out of place, you don't really notice anything.
Yeah, it seems fine to me. I mean, like I said, the way that I mostly find traps is by walking into them, but I'll continue looking again. And I'll step up here and I'll look at the coffer. I feel that someone who's better with investigating things should be doing this, but I continue to try.
So what are you doing up there?
Guess I'll look at the coffer, trying to see. Does anyone has the detect magic? Is anyone still looking through those types of eyes?
I lost that when I cast Mage Hand. It's a concentration as well.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, we could possibly recast it to see if the coffer is anything special. Like I said, I can investigate this, but usually I find traps by walking into them. So if no one else wants to do it, I'll do it.
Well, let's give it a look then. I come up and investigate.
Where are you investigating?
The coffin and this room with the coffin.
Yeah, but you're doing it from back here.
I'm right next to it.
Okay, but the thing you're calling a coffin is a coffer. It's actually up here. That's at the minimum 10 feet away.
You need to come up another step, so you see.
Okay, I come up and investigate.
And then as he comes up, I'm gonna just tap him on the shoulder. I'm sure you'll do better at this than I will, and then I want to give him guidance.
So
you'll get an extra D4.
So roll your investigation.
With advantage, right?
Yep.
And you can roll a d4 to add to your roll.
Darren, are you proficient in investigation?
I am not. I'm doing the cantrip guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the first result and the d4.
You notice that there's a coffer. It's unlocked, but it's latched. You haven't really. You could actually try to manipulate it if you wanted to.
Well, I suppose there's
But
one way
before
to find
that
out.
happens, when both Sullivan and Darren steps up there, it does trigger a shifting weight. When you step up there.
You found it.
Good job.
There it is.
So suddenly this
You guys-
floor sinks 10 feet. If you remember, it was like a 2-step up.
Right.
And at the same time, the 15-foot slab of the floor north of the alcove, which would be this one here, rises up, pivoting along the south edge. The northern side of the slab now seals off the passage to the north, while the southern side slopes down towards the alcove. You guys fall prone and roll to the bottom of the slope on the alcove floor, 13 feet below where the coffer sits in its pedestal. So you each take 3 bludgeoning damage.
So, from me, Lars, and Florence's standpoint, what just happened?
Yeah, what?
Well, Zarish and Florence and Lars notices this floor here goes up like 15 feet. You notice, as it's doing that, for the quick second that you have, you notice that this floor drops down out of sight. And
Yeah.
you might catch a glimpse that the backside of this floor is even dropping down faster and it's sloping down at an angle.
And Sinclair?
Did I just get squished?
I don't think he got squished. He just went up 15 feet. So I know the ceilings in this place are between 20 and 40 feet high. So Sinclair may have to duck, but I don't think he's squashed.
Holy crap, what happened? Hello?
You do hear a ching when it finishes moving, as if it were locking in place. And the floor there remains steeply sloped, and your passage remains completely blocked. It doesn't do it and then undo it.
So, anybody has a rope?
So,
Yeah.
interesting
I have
enough, this would be a good place to pick up next week.
Never split the party.
Not intentionally, anyway.
It's not split.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the same area. Just some are below and some are above. That's all.
Well, Florence, they're gone. Where did you say that access was?